Hey, it's Joshua Meeks with the PNW team at Keller Williams Realty, and you are watching the October PNW Monthly Market Update. Last month, we talked a little bit about the market plateauing and even stabilizing compared to the volatile market that we've seen over the last 3 or 4 or 5 years. And that volatility just means that from one month to the next, it seems like the activity is exciting, the numbers are large, the inventory is very low, and every month you see some drastic step taking place, either growth or an adjustment. And we're moving into a market which we love to see that seems a little bit more healthy, a little bit more balanced, where the yield between the amount of homes that are active and pending and sold aren't fluctuating dramatically, but that are staying very consistent. So around last year, 2018, July, August, September, we saw a little bit earlier than we would usually see the amount of homes that are available increasing, and the amount of homes that were going under contract decreasing pretty significantly. Now, if you've been watching the PNW monthly market updates over the last few months, you'll have noticed the amount of homes under contract have gone from around 8,700 to 8,400 to 8,000 to 7,800 to around 7,800 again. As a matter of fact, for the month of September, we're within about 4 homes under contract as we saw in the month of August. It's great to see that consistency and that the amount of homes that are available are almost twice the amount of homes that are under contract and that have recently sold, and that those numbers are fairly consistent across the board over the last 3 or 4 months. Now, as we're going into what's usually a little bit of a slower or retention time within the market where there's a few less sellers, there's a few less buyers, it's nice to see that inventory is fairly consistent and that there's no dramatic moves taking place in the market. That's a stable market. The amount of homes that are available in the month of September were around 14,214. The amount of homes that have recently gone under contract is 7,859, and the amount of homes that have recently closed and sold is 7,170 homes. The average price per square foot for the month of August was right around $261 per square foot. The average price per square foot for the month of September is right around $256 per square foot. That's up just a hair from this time last year where we were at around $249 per square foot. Again, not a dramatic difference year over year or month over month, and that means that the market is stabilizing. Homes in the Northwest Multiple Listing Service are selling for on average around 97% of whatever the current list price is, and those homes are taking about 37 days on average to sell. That's really consistent with last year when homes were taking about 35 days on the market before seeing a contract. As an example, that means if your house is around $500,000 and homes are selling for about 97% of list price, your home is likely to go under contract for around $491,000. Of course, there are always significant variables in there depending on the condition of the house, the list price of the house compared to the market price, and the demand for that specific neighborhood. After months of inventory in the area over the last 5 months, kind of floating right between 1.7 to 1.8 months of inventory, snuck up a little bit this month to 2 months of inventory, which is still really low. As a reminder, anything that's less than 3 months of inventory would be considered a seller's market. Anything between 3 to 6 months is kind of that neutral market. And then anything that's over 6 months of inventory starts to sneak into a buyer's market. So being in the month of October for 2 months of inventory, to answer the question for sellers who were asking, is it a good time to sell? Absolutely. Interest rates are still really low, giving buyers really good leverage and also creating a win for sellers and being in a healthy, stable, kind of plateauing market where we're currently at and not seeing any drastic shifts or changes as we're moving into the colder months of the year. So moving into the month of October with only 2 months of inventory, it's still a really good time to consider selling your home. With interest rates being fairly low in this market, right around the 3s, still a really good time to consider buying a new home. If you have any questions at all about buying or selling in this market or just specifics on your market, feel free to reach out, call, text, email, or instant message us at the PNW team anytime. We look forward to serving you and we hope this helps.